Uniscane Duende. I have discovered this. That's why we're here. And it's chilly. Let's get inside. Alright. Okay, so we still need to kill some sentinels. A lot of sentinels. And we're done with that. Alright. We've discovered on this planet 3 out of the 7 species. We've uploaded everything. One more look at that. There are six planets. We've been to 4. This has not really been a good system, I'd say. I mean, as long as we're on the idea of what's been good and not. That this system has really been kind of disappointing as far as all these planets have been. None of the planets have really been places I wanted to hang out and explore. Many of them have been downright hostile. This has actually so far been the best planet of the group. Just because it's not killing me constantly. Although it will kill me shortly. But at least the Sentinels are somewhat reasonable, and it's only minus 92 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm not sure what minus 92 is in Celsius. 92F in Celsius, not sure, but it's cold. I imagine there are places on Earth that get this cold. People sure don't live there. Let's pick up a little plutonium. I may have converted somebody into an IndyCar driver. Hosmia might be driving IndyCars later. He is a real pro at the skippies. Uh-oh. I'm being chased. Come on, I hit that thing a lot. And it just disappeared. There were several animals, and they've all disappeared. That's weird. Very strange. Very strange indeed. No, but that would be fun if Osmio started doing IndyCars. It's always nice to watch guys who are racing the same thing you're watching. Or racing the same thing you're racing. He races skippies with Kenduchi, but I kind of skipped over the skippies. Which, yes, I probably should not have done that, but I did it, so. There's no going back now. Oh, come on! He attacked me through the rock. I didn't want the inventory, I just wanted to scan him. Wow. That was just too much effort. There was some expert shooting on my part. I don't need the sentinels cause an issue now. Oh, there's another one down here. All these caves have the crabs. Which is, don't take that the wrong way. Alright, so I could use a couple trees. Oh no. I didn't want to leave some of those things on the ship. Wish I had brought a power canister with me. But we're alright. I mean, we're not hurting or anything. I mean, I've got plenty of thamium. I really didn't think I'd be going out this far. I thought maybe we'd just, you know, scan a bit around the ship and then head back off, but things have happened. What is that thing? What are these animals doing today? These animals have been on fire. Was there a recent update I was unaware of that made the animals more active? I do need to take out some sentinels. I can do that anytime. Ideally, I'd like to do that near a building so that if things get out of hand, which they are likely to do, things often get out of hand. If I could do that, if I could start attacking them near a building, then I could have some place to hide out and take it easy for a moment. Come on. Now, if you recall, we haven't really gone after any emerald. Have we? This whole game? I can't recall if we have or not. Trying not just to go after money. I mean, money's good. I guess I probably have a little bit, but not too much. Money's nice, but at the early stage... Well, see, at the early stage, money's really important. Okay, so we're not going to find shelter, are we? Nope, but we are going to get a power canister. Wish I could have used about 2 minutes ago. Okay, we got 2 Viking daggers. Let's send those over. And let's make... I think all I can make are shards. Unfortunately, all I can make are shielding shards. Did I don't think I did that. Ooh. Got a bit of plutonium over there. And a big hole for me to drop down into. Well, now, see, the problem with this planet, I mean, it's not really the weather per se. I mean, the weather's not... Ooh, sorry. The weather's not good, that's for sure. But at issue is that the bases are just... Oops. The bases are just spread out so much that you go to one and you can't see the next. That's the problem. You know, where's the next base? No idea. If I knew which way to go, that would be a great help. But this isn't really the kind of place where we can just kind of walk around. Is there any place we can hide out? Six out of 7 in species. We're getting there. Any cave? Any cave? Any port in a storm? Nope. Oop. Now I could be using zinc. Didn't need to get that rock, but once I started shooting it, I was like, oh, this is a mistake. But then you want to finish up what you started, I guess. Or was it a mistake to continue? That's an interesting thought. You want to finish what you started, because why waste the energy if you're not going to finish it? But if it's a waste of time, staying to finish it would just make it a bigger waste of time, right? Cut your losses. Realize when you're doing something wrong and change your behavior. Okay, we're just getting farther away from the ship now. It's not what I want it to be doing. Where can I hide out? This looks scary, doesn't it? This place looks crab infested. Let's hang up on the wall like a bat. Whew. Alright. We'll get these two while we get a little bit warmer. Only minus 34 in the cave. Nothing wrong with that. Okay, so we're getting a lot of stuff we can't really use. Iridium and copper. That's not... That's pugnium we don't... Well, ooh, that's worth 5,000? Oh. I didn't know pugnium was worth that much these days. Oh, I left all the iridium on the ship. Should not have done that. We need a slot full of iridium. Oh, all right. Well, I can't get any of that stuff on the ship, but we need iridium. We can drop this and that. Where are we going? Where do we go next? We were just over there. I saw some more plutonium at the top of this hill up here. Plutonium is not really... Well... It's really, not really top of on our wish list. But you know, as soon as I stop going for it, it'll, we'll desperately need it. That's the thing, you know, some planets are very low in stuff. So you don't really want to be without the necessities. And plutonium and thamium are really the necessities. So you gotta kind of overstock on those, just in case. Okay. Oh, that's one of those. I forget what they call it. It's a giant pole that. Oh, it tells you where there's a base. Waypoint. Is that what it is? Waypoint. That giant antenna. That's some fancy shooting. This is why the animals come up right to me, because they know even if I'm shooting right at them, about 50-50. You got all these little animals. They're cute. Okay, so scanning a tree. All right. I was just hoping to see if there's any more. Nope. Any more animals? I'm thinking about using that other 40 zinc, but you know, as soon as I do, I'm going to need it. I'm going to need it out in space from a ship or something. Pardon, pardon. Thank you. I swear, they must program these things to run right in front of you. Because otherwise, why would every one of them run right in front of you? And I can see it happening once in a while, but it just happens too often. Wow. I was shooting at it so long. Might have missed it. What do we have over here? We just used power, but we got more power. Oh. Oh, wow. I want that metal. I want that rusted metal. Hello, guys. How you doing? Got a lot of animals, just not the right one. Alright, we gotta get out of the cold. It's getting colder and colder. And colder. I don't want to spend night out in the open like this. Oops, not what I meant to click on. We might be able to hide off. I see some caves to right behind us. Oh, we can't walk there. That's way too far to walk. Oh no. Okay, now we've got a situation. Let's get rid of that. Send that over. Oh. Let's get rid of that. Alright, so I can't make any more shields. Oh, alright. We've got to get somewhere warm. Or we could call the ship. Which might be an extra option. Might be calling the ship over here. To save us from the cold. It's chilly. Alright, so here's the cave. Hopefully. Is that a cave? Saving us from the cold. While we decide what to do. Alright. Now what to do here? Everything's full. Everything's full except our warmth. So theoretically, I'll be warm again soon. As soon as I use up that 12 zinc. Well, no, I won't be warm. I'll have a free slot, is what I meant. What am I thinking? I can't get any of this plutonium. All right, we've got to do something. We've either got to, let's call the ship. Because we're not going to be able to walk over to... We're not going to be able to walk back over there. Alright. Recharge that. Figure out what to do. We need free slots is what we need. Just get rid of that. Toggle the torch. I hear sentinels. We need to kill sentinels. After we free up some slots. Could use some iron. Casually pick up some iron here. Thank you. Bit more iron. Thought there was one behind it. All right. Brr. It's chilly. All right, let's go over to that base. We're gonna go over to that. Ooh. Are there any trees? I could really use a tree real fast. There you go. Let's go over to that base, sell our stuff, and then kill some sentinels. Or we could kill this sentinel right here. Nah. Oh, yes. Huh. And where was the rock we were picking on? There you go. Easy peasy. Hey, I was trying to be friends with that guy, and he was having none of it. Alright, so we're still on this original ship, too. I'm still looking to buy another ship. We've only got 3 million units, so that's kind of iffy at this point, but still, if we can get something better than what we've got, I'd be happy with that. Am I missing any trees? Alright. Let's go to that base. There'll be stuff there. There we go. Oops, that's not it. This'll be it. 42 seconds of flight. Oh, we'll just kick back and relax. Enjoy the cold winter night scenery. Looks like they're getting some snow here. It looks like it's up to a few centimeters already. Gonna be a white Christmas, I suppose. Nothing quite like freezing rain followed by slushy snow. It's probably delightful outside. Nothing around? Nothing around. Oh, we've got that Christmas party to go to tonight. That's not gonna be fun. While driving. There we go. Sell our stuff, kill some sentinels. I'm okay with that. Still don't have the old Atlas pass. Nothing found. 3 plutonium. What a treat. Alright, let's see what this guy has to say. We don't know a lot of Korvax, unfortunately. Chief Scientist Entity. Lakoti. That's a little bit hard for me to translate. We'll check out the T. Tea is hot. As it should be. A little Irish breakfast today. As with many of their kind, this Korvax projects light from around their visor. But as I look more closely, I see these are not random patterns. Ooh, there's a hologram of the local star system. That's convenient. Should I scan them or directions? Let's ask for, well, attempt to scan. Well, I don't really want directions. Directions have never been very good for me. But it seems like this guy might have good directions because he's got a... Highlight the planet closest to the space station? Perhaps I should investigate the planet closest to the space station. That appears like it could be interesting. I might have to think about that. It's in my brain that I'm going to forget to do that. It's not in my brain to remember to do that. It's in my brain to forget that. I don't know what I just sold. I sold something that I probably wasn't supposed to sell. I feel like I'm going to forget to do that planet. Unless they've marked it, I'm going to forget it. Alright. I need to carry some Heridium around with me. Let's see what we got. Multi-tool. That's 9,000 units? What? 6 slots? Come on. They want money. Mine is 14 slots. Theirs is 6. I've even got 7 working slots. Mine is B and theirs is C. Okay, so somehow their percentages are higher. Huh. That was kind of weird. I was not expecting to have to pay for that one. I tell you what, these Korvacs, they'll charge you for everything. Alright, where are we? We're in Didurkdal. And we have a heck of a lot of plutonium. And we don't need to charge up right now. We could use some carbon. Where are the Sentinels? We came here for the Sentinels. Here, Sentinel, Sentinel, Sentinel. I should have uploaded species. We're 1 species away from a complete job, so we're gonna stay for a while. You know, I was like, originally I thought we were just gonna pop out of here and skedaddle, but since we're just 1 species away, we're gonna stay to get that 50%. I can go up here. Where is that? There it is. Like I saw something up here. Another Viking dagger. A lot of Viking daggers in this Korvac system. Alright, we gotta get back to base. It's chilly. Oh, that was a terrible jump. Come on, come on, come on. It would help all these rocks running my way. Chilly. Still got room. We need to kill these sentinels. I need to mow those down. We've got tasks. I can't go to this back to the space station and not finish my tasks. What do we need? 8 more, 5 more, 5 more. We're at 3 of 8. And where are these sentinels? Come on. I'm not messing around. What? There's one. Hey. Hey, you. I've been paid to take care of you. And your buddy. Really, I don't need to get paid to do it. Is there gonna be somebody else? No. I wonder where that last species could be. Ideally, while I'm out here pestering sentinels, we'll come across that last species. I don't know. I think we've done it on 3 or 4 planets. Have I scanned those before? I think we've discovered all the species on 3 or 4 planets, but you know, you got to do 10. And besides, it's good to discover all the species. I'm here, let's find some animals. Not you, already got you. I mean, no offense, but I've already scanned a guy like you. Otherwise, it'd be fun to hang out and learn about you, but I'm on a mission. A mission from God. Discover. Create. Dun dun dun. Getting a lot of those guys. So yeah, I already scanned those. Alright. A little low on cold and energy there. So let's take one of these. Wish there was a way just to do this with one. Huh. Alright. Three more sentinels. Why are there so many vines around here? I hear a sentinel. Hey. Hey, you. Bring a friend. He didn't bring a friend. Two more sentinels. Well, so originally I was just planning to pop in here. This whole system is just full of planets that are... I'd rather not be on. I mean, if you don't mind. But as long as we're here, we might as well finish some jobs and make some money. But where that last species is, that's going to be frustrating. It's going to be frustrating, that's for sure. Oop. Alright, getting our temperature back. Going through a lot of carbon. Stocking up on plutonium. You know what I haven't seen this whole planet, maybe, is those, the broken machinery that I'm carrying around this iridium for. I've not seen that this whole planet. That's some fancy shooting. Come on. One more sentinel. I feel like I hear him somewhere. Maybe not. There are a lot of noises about. One more. All right. 3.1 million. We're making some money. Actually, you know what? I should have stayed in there for a second. Speaking of money, let's upload some of these things. 3.168. Well, 10,000 units. Nothing to sneeze at. Achoo. Oh, boy, that was the worst fake sneeze I've ever heard. Well, one more sentinel and one more species. I don't think we're going to get that final species, but I know we're going to get that sentinel. Because that final species will be out there somewhere, but this isn't the kind of planet where you can just run around for things. So let's just get the sentinel and be gone. You hate to leave a planet with just one more fauna to discover, but it is what it is. As I look around in circles saying, where are the sentinels? You know, for trying to protect planets, they're doing a darn poor job of protecting this one. They need to show up and defend these trees. There he is. That's pretty far away. There he comes. Get him on level ground so his barrel doesn't roll away. Easy pickings. I noticed it didn't say X reload. It's got to tell me when to reload. X. There we go. That's all we needed. High impact worries. Return to mission agent. I need some of this tea. Still too hot. So we had 3 jobs and we finished them all. Let's warm up before we leave. We're getting out of here. See if our tea can be. It's alright, I didn't need that tongue anyway. Save there. I don't know why I'm saving it, because we're in I'm so used to saving it, but in permadeath, saving it isn't going to help me, is it? Alright, let's send those over just in case. Alright, there are lots of things going on. Unknown planet. I think we actually have 2 unknown planets, if I'm not mistaken. Hopefully it's not sending me to that planet. Yeah, we have 2 unknown planets. any hope, even though it's showing me that planet that I'm going to the space station. And I think that Corvex was wrong when it said go to the planet closest to the space station, because I've already been there, and it's not showing up anything special. So, so you know, it doesn't have any of those marker tags like that red tag or the orange tag. It has no tag saying, "Come here, find this." Uh-oh, what? What? Notice the ship. The ship, you can still see the outline of the ship. It was just, what was outside the ship was kind of going crazy. That was extra weird. But no. Uh-oh. Let's get inside. Got our 50th follower this morning. That is an important milestone in the world of Twitch. So I want to thank all my followers and all my lurkers, because that is even, possibly even more important. Having people watch. Well, they're both important, but having people watch is more important than followers. It's good to have both. All right. I get the feeling, well, let's not charge that up. I'm not going to charge anything up because I might sell this thing. Let me put it this way. I'm hoping to sell this thing. Oh, wait, can I sell the ship? I know I can buy another ship. I don't think I can sell... Well, maybe it's a trade? This thing is weird looking. But it has an S on the front. Or is that a 5? S. Let's hope it's an S. SSS. No, it's a 5. 18 slots. So it's got 3 more slots than we have. It's got a better hyperdrive and shield. It's a little better than our ship, but not really to the point where I'd be willing to pay 700,000 extra units for it. Unfortunately. But see, those 3 extra slots, I would make that money back in work. Because I had to pass up stuff on the planet because I didn't have enough inventory space. Whoops. Well, that thing hasn't regenerated. He's saying something to me. But all he wants to know is, did I do my jobs? Yes, I did. I collected some kind of item. I don't remember what it was I collected. Got 3 of those things I can sell. I killed some sentinels. 55,000 units. And I killed more sentinels. High impact warriors. Deflection enhancement Tau. Which is something I want, but unfortunately I don't think I have titanium. I might be able to buy it. Look at the reward on this one. 7626. It's not a lot of units. The client seeks to prevent an ecological catastrophe. They have become aware of plans for the largest planetary harvester ever constructed. Able to eat the core from within a planet. Okay, so this seems like a good job. A good, nice job. I'm not just killing something to kill it. It's actually got a reason behind it. And it's a good reason. Scan some rocks. I can do that. And killing sentinels, I'm always up for that. The hot Malay. I can't do the other ones. Alright. Thank you, Mr. Korvax. Oh, I could use another deflector shield. We want our job to be... We want this job. Nature comes first. Nature being more important than that... the blueprints for that planetary destroyer. I'm sorry, they call it a planetary harvester. Oh, I like when you can see out the window and see that other planet. That's nice. What do we have here, Mr. Technology Merchant? Be good, Lan Lan. Lan Lan, please be good. We do need exosuit help. Shield boost Tau. I don't have 250 nanite clusters. And Flora Analyzer. Come on. Sigma. I'd at least like... Alright, well. It's better to get something than nothing. Ain't it? Can't harvest anything. We don't have anything to sell. Teleport coordinators, 150,000 units. So we're up to almost 3.4. Boy, it would be good to... we'll repair that. Repairing these slots is pretty cheap. So even if I sell the multi-tool later, it's alright. 7,900 units. It's nothing. Yeah, I'm thinking about that ship we didn't buy. Ooh, this one looks nice. Sort of. I mean, it's, well, as it came closer, I mean, it's not the nicest looking ship, I think. I prefer the ones with multiple engines. In back, this one only has one. I mean, it doesn't make any difference for the game, but... Okay, 21 slots, but it's still C. So we get 6 more slots. Deliver a little bit more damage with a phase beam, which we don't have. This doesn't excite me. Although, I probably should have, but I didn't. I'm pretty sure I don't want this one. I'm not a fan of the looks of these things. But, maybe. I hear they fixed them. They used to pop you off of landing pads and everything. But I hear they fixed that. 28 slots. I could do with 28 slots and Class B. 9 million units. That's unfortunate. Alright, so but we've got an idea of what we want. I mean, I don't think I just want to upgrade it just a couple slots. I think if I'm going to spend the money on it, I want a huge upgrade. Got the Bumblebee. Let's ask the mathematician what he thinks is the best to do. A new entity looks out at me from behind the mask. Alright. Make an offer on the spaceship. Starship, sorry. I keep saying spaceship. Oh, this is the same as mine. I've got 15 slots. He's got 16 slots. Okay, so we're going to have to wait. Doesn't appear that ships are... We're going to find the ship we want. Alright, where are we going? Nature comes first. Where are we going? Up there? Oh, we're behind. Oh, wait. I don't know where we're going. Steel Industrial Secrets. That's where we're going. But come out and turn left. How you doing, Lot Lot? Oh, it's right there. Right there. But couldn't ask for anything more. But if I remember, this is going to be very cold. We cannot spend long outside here. We need to land. Where do we land? Oh, there it is. I think that's it. It's supposed to be that. Yeah, there it is. I was like, it's supposed to be that little marker. Hey, we saved 200 plutonium landing at the right spot, so I think I can spend a minute to look for the right spot. Yeah, hazardous whiteouts. It's so cold. It is so cold. Oh man, I gotta get back to the ship. Run, run, run. Oof. Come on, go, 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 go. It's so cold. This planet is so cold that we really can't. We can't stay outside at all. That's why I've been here before, but we didn't scan any animals because it's just so cold. Hazardous whiteouts. Oh. Run, 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 run. We almost bit it there. Alright, so what we need is could use the rest of that plutonium, could use some iron, and then we're going to have to shoot our way into the factory. And that's going to be a problem. Trying to shoot our way into the factory in this cold. Because we're just going to have to stand there and shoot. Don't know, Llama. Look at those animals out there. Just enjoying the weather. Having a nice time, them and their family and friends. I think it's like 190 below, something like that. It's something ridiculous. $164. Sorry, my mistake. 164 below. It just feels like 190. No! Run! Fly! Oof. Yeah, so ideally we'd have a little more protection, but we just do not. It's too early in the game for that. We have protection against toxic weather and swimming. We need more than that. Alright. Okay, so I saw one more thing out there we want to get. We want to get the rest of the plutonium, and there's one zinc plant. Oh, I do not like this planet. Is tough. Run outside, run back to the ship. Run outside, run back to the ship. Run outside. Did I even scan that? I forgot to scan that, didn't I? I think I forgot to scan these too. Oh. Yikes. Oh. All right, one more trip. Then we can go into the building. This is getting out of hand. All right, what I want to do is that and that. Oh, incoming storm! No, thank you. So now I can't go outside at all. Because the storm is just going to... the storm will just tear us up. So we're not going to have a storm. Hey, Vince, how's it going? Permadeath continues with No Man's Sky. We had a race earlier this morning. I don't know if you can see it on the VOD yet or not. I don't know if I have to finish for the day before the VOD goes up, or if the VOD will go up earlier. We had a you missed the top 5 finish. 5th place in Homestead. Wow. The storm's so bad I almost lost where the ship was. So that was a pretty good race earlier this morning. Did well. No complaints there. Well, we had one complaint. I thought at the time that the 4th place, we could have maybe gone for 4th place as well. But on a restart, we got kind of blocked by a guy. I guess he had damage, and so we couldn't get up to 4th. Because once you lose the draft, it's gone. But 5th place, enjoying the top 5, enjoying those ovals. Not enjoying so much the Pro Mazda and Formula Renault. Those are tougher for me. Oh, it's cold. It's too cold. I can't even shoot a rock. No. I've won before, Vince. I won in the Indy cars at Charlotte. That was last season. That I won by playing the pit lottery. Everyone else had to pit for fuel, but I didn't pit, so I took off. Won by like 25 seconds. It was pretty good. And we've had other podium finishes as well. You know, it all depends on how things sort out in the end with pits and crashes. You know, you never know how a race is going to wind up. Oh, it's cold. Minus 212 degrees, which, strangely enough, is the actual temperature in St. Louis today. We've got I'm looking out there. We've got a few. Oh, I did not tweet the top 5. Maybe I should have done that. See, I don't know what to tweet. Remind me before we got another race in 3.5 hours. So remind me before then, and I'll tweet before the next one. Right now we're on Esbeltang Isga, a sub-zero planet. Is it minus 212 degrees in New Mexico? And you gotta move. Esbeltsag Itna is chilly. Thankfully, the storm is clearing. I've got shields, but these shields would literally last about 3 seconds. It would take longer to put on the shields than the shields would last in this weather. Yeah. See, so it's a... I'm on the right planet for Christmas. It's cold all over. There's nothing like being outside on a night like this. There's the zinc I wanted. Anything else? Anything? Let's see. We've just discovered the Mika Crossing. Seems like a nice enough place. A little chilly here. Oh. Alright, so we've got a couple animals. One animal, sorry. 3 plants. And the Mika Crossing. 3.4 million units. Remember, we wanted to buy a ship earlier, but it was 9 million units. So unfortunately, we have to hold off on that. You know what I should have done? I should have made the chat bigger. Oh, Vince! Hit 50 followers earlier. 50 followers. Big, what do you call that? Big landmark, I guess, in the stream. One of the Twitch achievements is to get 50 followers. Pretty cool with that. Pretty chuffed. I think they say chuffed, right? Where's the door? Where's the door? The door is on the other side. Yes, it's a milestone. What did I say? Achievement? I'm not sure what I meant. But 50 is an important number. And I'm glad we hit it. See, you know all about this tweeting stuff. I'm not much of a tweeter. But yeah, that's pretty cool. I mean, I'm excited. Who'd ever think I'd get to 50 followers? Especially after being in the hospital so long. But that's cool. Had quite a few people hoping I would race more today. During that race, we had several viewers. But I think we've only got one more race for the rest of the weekend. We've got the race coming up in 3.5 hours. And then practice tomorrow. Some weeks we race more than other weeks. I need to scan all these rocks and plants. Yep, just one race this morning. At Homestead. Come on, 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 come on. I'm getting killed! Yikes! Oh. Look at my shield. My shield was almost gone. I thought that was supposed to be shield. It was health. Alright, here we go. I've got to decipher the message here. We're at the Layla Sitiv synth plant. The client supplied a particular set of login credentials. Oh, so I've already got access to the data. All I need to do is download the data. Ah, that's convenient. All right, well that worked out. Job done. We've completed Nature Comes First. We need to scan some more rocks, and we need to kill 8 sentinels. The other ones are on the other side of the wall. Vince, I don't know how you're on that bike so much. I mean, 15 miles? That is just... That's a lot of miles, man. That is crazy. Although, pretty healthy. I should probably be on a bike. Hey, animal! Well, that's convenient. Now, if the rest of the animals could just walk up to this door and let me scan them. That's a good goal. Yeah, I'm really supposed to... The doctor suggested I work out more. Well, doctors always suggest that, don't they? And I'm right on the edge of the storm. Yikes. Well, at least you get a day of rest out of that. But yeah, I really need to do that. I really need to start doing that. But where do you find time for all these? Well, I guess you got to make time, don't you? You got to set your goal and make time to achieve your goal. It's no good having a goal unless you make time to achieve it. Wow. Just wow, Vince. That's a lot. That's a much better achievement than me finishing 5th in a race. All right, we've got to wait for this storm to pass. It is 212 degrees below zero. So needless to say, we're staying inside. I can upload that guy. I don't know how, but I'm glad I'm doing my part. Alright. So what do we need? Really don't need anything. We could scan 2 more rocks. Could use some carbon, I guess. We could scan 2 more rocks, but this is a terrible planet. This planet is just so harsh. What did they call it? They called it a... they had more... It has more words. When you get out of the ship, it has more words for that. Well, as long as, yeah, I guess that's the thing, isn't it? When you're exercising, you're just thinking, oh, here I am exercising. But if you got something to distract you and keep you thinking about something else, something interesting. I guess that's why I never like exercising, because, you know, you're just sitting there, you're like, I could be doing other things. But if you're doing something else at the same time, so that might be better. Wait a second, how did I get a follower? Huh. I'm supposed to get a sound alert when there's a follower. But I don't think I got a sound alert earlier. I set up something new on the stream. But maybe I did it wrong. We'll find out. This storm is lasting forever. Is it? Just like real life, when there's a storm, people stay inside. That's exactly what I'm doing. Oh. Stay inside out of the cold. What? Why? What? I thought the storm had stopped. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I mean, you're doing the right. Got to do what works. And that'll work. Okay, why is it so cold? Why is it still so cold? It's not supposed to be this cold. It's supposed to be warmer. Heat up. No. Oh. This cold is just brutal. Sun's coming up. Hello, sunshine. There it is. I don't know how it's still 165 below zero. I mean, it's, that's pretty chilly. And I would think once the sun came up, it'd get a little warmer. But, it doesn't seem to be the case. And these things are just ridiculous. Where is it? There it is. These things are just facing the wall. Well, that wasn't hard. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Whew. Okay. Yikes. We need to scan another rock or 2 more rocks. It is chilly. Why is it so cold? Alright, we'll sit in here. We'll warm up just a bit. I'm going to go scan, I think it's 2 more rocks. I'm going to scan that rock right in front of us. Not the white snow thing, but the rock behind the snow thing. Oh, there you go. Journey milestone. I accomplished something. I am officially a troublemaker. Destroyed 20 sentinels. Alright. Hazardous whiteouts. Sub-zero planet. Okay, we need 1 more rock. There's no rocks! Ah! Seriously? Alright. That didn't work how I thought it would. I thought there'd be another rock. We're short 1 rock. I don't want to go back being short 1 rock. That's crazy. We're short 1 rock, and I need to kill some sentinels. I need to kill 4 more sentinels and scan 1 more rock. I don't know how we're going to do that. I don't know how we're going to do that. I'm going to have to go somewhere else and find a rock. Oh my god. Lon Lon is looking at that animal. What you looking at, Lon Lon? Ah! Alright, so that was cute. I've already scanned these. Oh, there you go. I don't... Oh. I don't think they counted that rock. Nope, they didn't count that rock. Oh, it's so cool. I should really fly somewhere else. I mean, it doesn't have to be this planet. I could go to another planet. But we've been to 4 of the 6 planets, and none of them were polite. All 4 were difficult, to say the least. I can't believe Lon Lon is watching the animals on TV, on the monitor. What? All right. No sentinels? Oh no, storm. Okay, yeah, no. All right. So let's just go. Not gonna stay for that storm. What do we got here? I've discovered that. I've discovered that. So we need to find the other 2 planets. Finding a planet is not that difficult, so I don't want you to get the impression that we can't find it. But we do need to find it. As long as we're here, let's go ship shopping. Hello, geologist entity. Would you like to sell your ship to me? They are clearly open to trade. Yeah. I don't feel your ship is very good, dude. I'm going to decline your offer. Run. This ship looks alright. He has a willingness to trade. They all have willingness to trade. I don't know why it says that. 19 slots. Oh, we've seen this one before. 700,000. 990. Yeah, this game has a lot of people who you either love it or hate it. I seem to think. Nobody's ever really in the middle on this game. People either love it or hate it. Oops, I'm supposed to be in the ship. I've got 4 technology slots. Maybe I should buy this ship. Well, he's not buying much of that stuff. Come on. So it's 1 million units. Huh. It's got 5 and 19. Oh. I could make some money. Ooh. How about this thing? This thing's a fighter. The convergence entity. 29 slots. Class A. Oh, yeah, I want this one, but I'm sure it's out of my price range. Yeah. 15 million. I don't have 15 million. Alright, so let's just move along then. I can't raise 15 million units right now. It's a little bit more than I've got. Alright, so we did raid the planetary harvester. We got next to no units. I'm not even sure why we did that. That was just horrible. What was the point of that? Collect an item or deliver an item? We don't want to deliver. We never deliver. When you deliver items, it'll send you off into another system. And it's just a waste of time and energy. So I need to go collect some items. Alright. We'll do that. I don't know what we're supposed to collect. Oh, press start. Gather iridium. Yikes. Is this that same ship? It looks like the same ship. Except this is Class A. A little bit. He wants 1.1. It's got a better shield and a better hyperdrive. I'm not sure what better hyperdrive really does for me. Oh. I really should get this ship. I keep looking at it, but I never buy it. I feel like I'm going to regret that. That I should have bought the ship. Because, you know, we want a better ship, don't we? Sell that. Sell that. Life is full of regrets. It'll come around again, though, so. No regrets. Okay, I need some carbon. You guys just aren't. Alright, I'll be back. We've got 2 other planets. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go look at the 2 other planets. And then... this one looks different. I mean, it's the same basic thing, but it's a little bit different. I can't afford this. Yeah, this is way out of my price range. Yeah, 6 million. That's unfortunate. All right, let's go. We've got 2 other planets to find. Let's go this way. Unknown planet, right there. Ta-da! Oh. It's arid. So I'm thinking this planet might be a little warm. Which I've got to say would be very nice and helpful. After all these cold planets and the snow outside. It looks like it's melting on the sidewalk at least. Hopefully, Raysec? Raysect? Well, let's call this one AI-121. That's what every planet should just be letters and numbers. Perfect. Actually, some people do rename them letters and numbers, which makes sense, but you're never going to go back. We'll see what I can do for you. See if this one is as warm as we hope. Is that water? Sometimes on the dark side of planets, they look like water, but it's just shadows. Imagine a lovely warm planet, some beaches, some water. Oh, that'd be perfect. No. So it just looks like it's been on fire. Yikes. Well, this is no fun at all, is it? It doesn't look particularly cold, but it doesn't look, yeah, it's gonna be hot. I get the feeling it's gonna be very hot. Burning burning gas clouds. So technically, this is the embodiment of, oh my goodness, out of the frying pan and into the fire. 240 degrees. So we went from minus 212 to positive 240. This is not where we want to be. This is not a good place. This whole system is all about extremes. Every planet here has just been... We do have shields. It's about time I start using these shields. I mean, I've got too many shields, really. But I just don't want to waste them. Oop. What's this guy doing? Ooh! 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 Get. Yikes! Ah! That got a little warm. Note to self: do not stay outside too long. Oh! Incoming storm. When it rains, it pours. Well, not exactly in this case. Heat storm? Oh, yeah. 270, 300, 450, 505. So it's about 615 degrees now. 615. Yeah, this whole system. Some systems are really nice, and you'll find really lovely planets that are great places where you just want to stay forever. But not here. This system is not fun. Can I scan? What? Well, at least I can scan some stuff. Nope, not that. I want the plant. Not the building, the plant. Alright, so we're doing... Let's upload this. No, this is not the place anyone's gonna hang out. The Hedesta Valley. Burning gas clouds. That's not a good sign. Let's see what kind of jobs we got. We still need to kill some sentinels. But that's not really important. I want to run over to that cave. As soon as it gets a little bit better, I'm going to run over to the cave. I think we'll do okay in the cave. Boy, I don't want to be out in that. 615 degrees. Come on. What are they thinking? Ooh, look at that guy. Oh, oh, where is he? Okay, well, I scanned him. You can't really see him. Oh, come here. Come here, buddy. Get out of the weather. Dumb animal. Ooh, it's hot. Alright, I need to kill 2 more rocks. Another species. Oh. This is some kind of planetary expedition. Sit in the building. Boop. Pop out. Sit in the building. Pop out. I'm sending my data back to NASA. I'm sure I've said I need to kill 2 rocks in other games. It seems like a normal everyday statement. Oh, I haven't done that one. There we go. Alright, so we're getting some stuff here. Let me finish killing this rock. Boy, this is a long storm. Alright, I'm gonna kill that guy. Whoops. Whoa, dude! Get out of here! Did he go out? Nope, he stayed here. Okay, my rock killing is done. Killed enough rocks. I need to kill some trees. Alright. We need to kill about 3 trees. Let's get rid of this. Storm over? Storm is over. I can't find the bucket. There's trees over there. Oof. Well, these caves look hot. Alright, Vince. Finish those errands. I don't know how you're going to get 15.5 miles. Everybody's going to be running errands today, aren't they? Oh my goodness. Christmas Eve. I am sure everybody's out in their car right now. Doing last minute things. It was crazy yesterday just outside. Yesterday driving home from work, I'm like, oh my goodness, there's so many cars. People are everywhere. Because I live near a mall, so there's always traffic, but boy. Good job, Vince. You're killing those miles. Woo! Alright, we're doing okay on the tree killing expedition. Still need 2 more big trees. See how we're going to do with that. Yikes. Yeah, which one of those is better? Better for you. Oops. Let's get rid of that too. That sounds like a autocorrect there. We'll see you later. I'll try to still survive. We're on permadeath. Oh, look at that thing. What is that? That's like a leaf animal. Did I scan it? I didn't get to scan it. Come on, scan. I guess he scanned. That one was like a leaf. Whew. Let's look at that animal. Oh, I didn't scan him. It looked like this guy with a leaf on his back. Yeah. I couldn't scan him. He was running around. I think he ducked behind a rock or something. We'll get out there and scan him. I just got to cool down a bit. We'll take it easy in here for a second. Boy, it's 117 degrees inside the cave. I'm not cooling down very much. Did I get those other animals? Yeah. All right. So we're gonna have. Tell you what, we're not really gonna explore a lot here either. Hello. How you doing? We're just going to get the rest of these animals over here, take a quick look around. Maybe get 2 trees. And that's it. Is it? Oh, not another storm. No, not another storm. I can't find the leaf guy either. Oh my goodness. Go, go, go. Go, go, go. Alright, yeah, we can't take another storm, so let's just, I'm gonna miss that leaf guy. The one animal I wanted to stare at this whole time. The walking leaf. Well, we've uploaded everything. But we can't stay here. It's too extreme. It's worse than the cold planet. Well, look at it. It's like it's on fire. You can't see anything. I don't even know if there's anything to see. I'll scan. See if anything comes up. Yeah, I went back, but it looked like he was gone, and then the storm was coming. I knew he was going to despawn during the storm. So that could have been my favorite guy. I've never even seen a guy like that. I would have loved to stay with him. My buddy, Mr. Leafback. Alright, we got one more planet. Feel free to lurk there, Vince. Hey, there's nothing wrong with having Twitch running during your errands. Sometimes I'm at Sam's Club and I'm running Twitch. Ooh, Verdant Planet. This one could be nice. Raven Hug Luscolo. Ooh, sounds well, we'll see. That leaf was cool. Hey, Saturday morning Sam's Club. That's what you do. Pick me up one of those big boxes of Cheez-Its. It's like this big. It's like the super family size. Alright. So it's gonna be, we're gonna have nice weather. It's a verdant planet. It's going to be, the weather will be okay. There might be some storms. I am aware. I will try to tweet and let you know what's going on. You know, I should have my phone here so I can tweet. I hate the alt tab out of the game. Uh-oh. 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 Yikes. Incoming. Incoming ships. Three ships. Not what we wanted. Not what we wanted. I cannot fight 3 ships. No, not that. Shields. Shields. Oh, messed that up. Oh no! My thing's not moving. My mouse isn't moving. No! Nothing's moving. Wait! Move! I can't. My controller stopped working. No! I don't think the controller is going to do it. It's got a mind of its own. There it goes. All right, I got one of them. Oh no, I'm down to my very last bit of energy. That was not a fun time to... Oh, I missed. That was bad shoot. Oh, something happened. Wow. Oh. There's another guy? Seriously? Oh, that was no fun. Yikes. I gotta keep going to the shields and shields and shields because of that incident earlier. Oh. How that happened, I don't know. But seriously? That controller did have a mind of its own. Right in the middle of the battle against the 3 ships, I couldn't do anything. I got Xbox Windows 10 things popping up. I don't have an Xbox. Wow. Okay, that was a bit stressful. Oh. Wow, everything happened at once. Yikes. So now, and the ship is damaged. It's in a bad state. So I don't know what we're gonna do. Okay, there doesn't appear to be anything around. I'm not out of the woods, but it's nice to be just able to relax for a second. Take stock of what went on, what went wrong there. Oh. Boiling puddles. So with boiling puddles, it doesn't seem like this is going to be the planet for me to stay on. Whew, that was something. I gotta get rid of these Xbox windows. Why would an Xbox pop up in the middle of a battle? It'd be one thing if I had an Xbox. Or had an Xbox that I hooked up to my computer. But just to pop up and say, hey, Xbox is better everywhere in the middle of a game. Actually, before I sat down, I was excited about the I was excited about the water. I was like, oh, water. I wouldn't mind going in the water. It's a Logitech. No, I don't think it's a Logitech. I don't know if it oh, it has A, B, X, Y. That's Xbox, isn't it? I usually just have PlayStation stuff. So yeah, I guess it has the I guess it might be sending out Xbox stuff. I don't know. Good point there. Okay, so we're definitely going to have Sentinel problems here too. With their high security. Well, don't shoot off in the middle space. Man, those things are tough. Oh. Because I got so much carbon. Let's grab that. Thank you. Yikes. I don't know. Where's my ship? Oh, way over the... Oh. Yikes. I just need to calm down. That was, that was something I don't want to go through again. The weather is fine here. It's just that the Sentinels will kill me at the drop of a hat. Hey, buddy. 1 out of 10. Well, not getting 10. Oh, come on. I didn't do that. Uh-oh. Come on, Mr. Sentinel. Just go away for a bit. Please. Let me loot in peace. I've learned the Korvax word for hot. Ooh, there's something over there. The building over there. Which I should probably go to. Who knows? These Korvax are a little, unorthodox. Oh. Oh, transmission tower. Oh, this is a good place to set down. Didn't see that in the dark. There was something yellow ahead, but don't have time for that. There it is. Thank you. Sorry, moving on. Whew. Oh boy. Am I a veteran No Man's Sky player? Well, I've been playing since day one. Does that count me as a veteran? But I'm gonna say I'm probably nowhere near as good as some people, though. But you have a fun time with it. Yeah, I watched some guy play. What was that? TP Review. I watched TP Review play it. Oh, he got a copy like the day or two before, and was streaming it the day or two before it released, and they were trying to block him because Sony didn't want it shown before it was released. But yeah, playing since then. Whew. What do we have here? Emerald. Oh. But there were a lot of things in the last patch that I have never done or found. Whew. That's a lot of hours. But I'm kind of new to the latest patch. All the things that we could do or can do now. I'm not really up on. Okay, so we got a problem here, don't we? Yeah, I don't think I'll ever get anywhere like 2,000 hours. But they built people were saying they didn't have much, but now there's so much. I don't know. what all I can do. I need a base, and need to discover some technologies. There are all kinds of things you can buy and sell now, and I don't know. I haven't done any of that. Buying and selling and transporting around and all that stuff. Yeah. Things I don't know about but need to learn about. But we just started Atlas Pass, or we just started this permadeath game, and I don't have an Atlas Pass yet. So this game is pretty early days. It's nice to find all this zinc, because on the way over here I was set upon by 3 pirates. Took all my zinc. Well, good portion of it. Man, it's hot. I do need some space bucks. Run! Run! I could definitely use some space bucks. I tried buying a ship, and they were a bit more than I would had to spend. I got 3.5 million though. We're doing okay on units, but we need to do a lot better. Yeah, I just don't want to sit here and mine emerald though. See, that's what's hard when you're streaming it. You know, you don't want to just sit there and mine. You want to show some action, like getting attacked by 3 pirates. My buddy Vince is like, "Hey, that's some action." Oy. Yeah, you know, sitting there getting iron and emerald and carbon. So that's so much fun. Oh. I could probably run over there. Oh, this planet's nice and cold. Only 235. The planet before this was like 615 degrees in the storm. So it's a bit warmer. But this whole system has just been bad. This system is too rough on a new player, on a new game. I had 2 planets that were, 2 planets that were too cold, and 2 planets that are too hot. I forget the other planet. This guy's gonna take a life. Alright, we'll do the Korvax transmission tower. We could use it. We're still in a stage where we can use a new ship. Let's see. 360 minus 3. Or 7. Crashed freighter. That's not good for me. I was hoping for a crashed ship, not a crashed freighter. Not much we can do with a crashed freighter, really. Unfortunately. Thought we were shooting one of those. I wish I could fix up a freighter and get that thing running. Now that would be helpful. Oh. Don't mind me, Mr. Sentinel. I'm not really here. Alright, so we've got a lot of stuff. I either need more slots or to get less stuff. We'll go look at the freighter, but where's the freighter? That's the freighter. Yeah. Well, unfortunately, I don't think I've gotten any drop pods at all in this system because I can't walk on any of the planets. All the planets are too hostile to even walk on. So I haven't even been able to look for drop pods. You know, where you're hoping you just that's true, but then that would take up all my plutonium for flying there. I can't fly there and take off and fly there again. I'll use up all my plutonium. I don't know what to do. But you know I want to get rid of these Xbox pop-ups. Hold on a second. Let me tab out. Alright. Xbox. So, I mean, if I could find a planet I could walk on and just hang out, that would be perfect. Because then I'd get the drop pods, get up the exosuit, and be happy with that. Is there anything going on at all? There's nothing going on here. But thankfully, this is the last planet in the system. So as soon as we're done here, which will be soon, we're going to take off and find a new system that is not so inhospitable. Let's upload these before we forget. Yeah, they already threw 3 pirates at me. I don't know. why they did that. Thankfully, they're not very intelligent. There's just nothing around. I was hoping I could skim the ground here and find something, but there doesn't seem to be anything. Nothing at all. Except a big giant crashed freighter. I think and I can never remember where to go. There we go. Here we go. There I go. I thought I could open this one. Ah! I thought I could open that one without digging it up. I don't know why I thought that. Log MS Star of Yamada. Uemata. Bzz. Uh-oh. Yikes. Why are sentinels killing each other? How you doing, Americanos? I do need some kelp sack, but... Oh, wait a second. Did they... Oh, yeah, that's the new name. I'm trying to think. Did they rename that? Oh, wait. Kelp sack is the new name. Is there anything around here? There's nothing around. This is not the planet to go hunting for kelp sack on, though. Yeah, Raj again. Every time I want to call something, half the time I call it by its old name. We've got a white Christmas here. A little ice and snow. Alright, we're just going to get out of here. Maybe. Oh, I've killed all the sentinels I need to kill. Alright. Let's get out of here. Yikes. I think we're on the wrong side of the world. Well, that was, this system has just been crazy. Everywhere I went, all these planets, all 6 planets were no fun. Too hot, too cold, angry sentinels. I was hoping just for a calm and relaxing time, like they advertise. Getting ready for Christmas. Got a big party tonight. later. No, much later. Oh, it's still early. I thought for sure I was going to be dead earlier. When those pirates came out of warp and my controller froze while fighting the pirates, I was like, no. Then the Xbox window popped up and took focus, and I was like, oh my goodness. If everything could go wrong, that did go wrong. Back to safety. The calm environment of the space station. I should just make a living at the space station. Buy from some traders and sell to others. I've got my tea right here. See, I came prepared. See you in a bit. Alright. 6.6 survival there. That's pretty good. That's been working out. This system gave me plenty of survival opportunities, I'll say that. Alright, anything on the ship? I don't think there's anything on the ship. No, not to sell. Alright. What else can we do? Before we fly away, let's see if there's anything else I can do here. Because it is time for a new system. And I don't have enough. I don't have enough nanite clusters. See, the system was so angry. Yeah, I think they described this system as angry. But it was so angry, I couldn't get any nanite clusters or drop pods. Ooh, 24 slots? It's still C, but it's 24 slots. Ooh. It wants all my money. I don't know what to do. What do you guys think? Should I buy this ship? It's 3 million units. It seems like a lot. But it's 9 extra cargo slots and 2 extra technology slots. Oh, and I really need slots. Because, well, just because. I'm full of it and I keep filling up. The more slots you have, the more money you can make. And the more money you make, the bigger ship you can buy. And a bigger ship will let me make more money so I can buy a bigger ship. It doesn't have a rocket launcher, though. It doesn't have a rocket launcher. I really think I should buy this ship. It's going to take all my money. Oh. Wait, maybe I want to buy this one instead. Oh wait, this is my ship. Can I dismantle that? Oops. Hey, I could dismantle that. A little bit out of that. What about on technology? Cannot dismantle that. Alright. Oh. Hope this works out. Hope this works out. I need titanium, chrysanite, and microdensity fabric. It is better, but how much better is the question. Is it better enough? All right, so I need, and I need stuff. Titanium and chrysanite. Where am I going to buy 200 titanium? Oh! All right, we'll wait here. Would you like to sell me 200 titanium? Ooh. Whoa. How's he selling 1,700? That seems like a lot. And I think it was 70 chrysanite? Alright. Well, that was... Yep. Ta-da! Oh, it was only 50 chrysanite. Nice. All right, now we're getting somewhere. We've got a ship, got some technology on the ship. I guess I should have probably installed those last two under technology, but hey. Kind of forgot about that. Alright, so we need a lot of iron, is what we need. I want to pick up a lot of iron. And I want to make a warp cell. But while we're here, let's cash in. We killed some sentinels. 87,000 units. And we scanned some rocks. Gonna get some nanite clusters. Ooh. We kind of needed nanite clusters. We'll wait till the next system to get stuff. Alright. $220, is that enough? Is that enough to... Ooh, initiate! Mercenaries Guild rank 3. Explorers Guild rank 3. We're moving up. Moving up in the world of explorers and mercenaries. I need 240. Stuck on 226. Alright. Now the question is, can I... What? I still can't make suspension fluid. 20,000 units. No. I think I'd be crazy if they think I'm spending 20,000 units on suspension fluid. I can undo that purchase? Yeah. There's nobody here. Come here! Hey! Alright, so we're really hoping the next system is friendly. We want to hang out in the new system and be able to explore. Oh, it's the same price? Come on. Buying suspension fluid. Now we're going. Zoom, zoom. What's the name of this ship? Bosolian. Bosolian. Oh, this is weird. Goodbye, fair ship. Atlas. Okay, so it recommends going to the Puganya system. And from there, we'll go on to there. Oh my. So it's going to be a while before we can even get to an Atlas system. So what do we got here? It looks like 2 planets and a moon. It's a Viking system. We haven't really done much with the Vikings, have we? Two planets and 2 moons. That's good. A little bit more to discover. But I didn't get to read all of that. Uh-oh. Here's a new message from source unknown. You are not alone. That's ominous. How'd you like to be at your house at night in the dark? You are not alone. Please identify yourself. I will identify myself. Why not? You left me. Why did you? I don't understand. Of course you'd say that. Of course you'd just like the others. Who are you speaking to? This is a new story. We'll see what happens. Oh, I got some new objectives. Alright, before we check out the objectives, travel to the stranger's coordinates. Alright, we can do that. But let's check out the system. The new story mode. What am I? Oh, Iridium. Well, we'll see what happens. I mean, is it all one linear story, or is it like you can branch off and do parts of the story and other people's stories are different, or is everybody's story the same? You know, like one of those books where if you choose this, then this happens. Or if you choose the other thing, something else happens. What do these life forms think of me? Am I a hero? Yeah, I'm a hero. Alright. I don't like to deliver. Hey, we can collect something. So maybe something should be game-changing. Oh, hunt pirates? Oh. I'm a little wary of hunting pirates. I really don't want to get in a space battle, but I guess I've accepted it, so we are getting into a space battle. Do I need to sell anything? Well, let me go up there and see what they got. But not, yeah, I don't like the deliver missions. So you can't get rid of those? Oh. Yeah, see, so yeah, I avoid the delivery missions at all costs. That was past 3. So that's probably a good thing for me. Just to avoid them. Because I think they send you to like another system. I don't want to go to another system. I'm happy where I am. Okay, this guy's not telling me much. He barely looks at me. I'll stare at him if he's gonna look at me. Well, maybe not. Alright, let's see what they're offering me. Combat amplifier, I don't want. Yeah. Ooh, I could use this. Beam coolant Sigma. That'll come in handy. Okay. Oops. A. I need iridium. Got it. Okay, I need iridium for that, and I need iridium for our task. One of our missions is to get some iridium. Oh, it goes down, and then goes up. All right, all right. Pirate hunting. I do not. Where is this thing? I really don't want to go pirate hunting. What are you gonna do? Woo! Well, I'm not very good at shooting, am I? Shooting is not my forte. Just gonna throw that out there right now. Oh. Radioactive.
Alert. Navigational data received.
Same plan. What? Alright. Alright, so we got rid of the pirate. Hopefully we can hang out and restock the things we need to stock up on. That was, volatile winds, relaxed sentinels. That sounds nice. A little bit more radioactivity than I was hoping for. Our protection is going down a bit. I think we can run around. Yikes! Oof. Ah, it's getting a little loud at this place. This, this place is a little frantic. All right, so job 2 is done. So we did that. We did that. We still need to find some iridium. We need 300 iridium. That's a lot of hostile sentinels. What am I asking this guy the directions for? A place of interest. Trading post. 1 hour. I might not visit that. 90% have hostile sentinels. Let's give him some carbon. Oh, come on. If 90% of the decent weather planets have hostile sentinels, that's not looking good for me. Oh. I don't think I'm turning in my zinc for anything. Well, I mean, as long as we can stay away from the sentinels. I mean, that... Yeah, I think... well, we are looking for somewhere to set down roots. I mean, ooh! Even if it gets cold at night, I don't think that'll be too bad. So yeah, so we want some kind of desert world. All right. Anything to sell? We got a little bit to sell. Sell some metal. Sell some Gek charms. Alright. Not that, this. Oh. We need carbon and iron. Desperately. Oh, I forgot I could sell some limium. Oh, okay, yeah, the cactus flesh. So not necessarily a desert. I think I've been on a desert already. Yeah, I've seen the cactus. All right, so let's get out here. What's going on? Where do we want to go? Zoop. Met 30 aliens. No, it's not cold. Looks can be deceiving. We are not cold. We are being bombarded by radioactivity, though. Which, is difficult to see under the best of circumstances. Oh, see, I haven't played with the living glass yet. So, radioactivity and the living glass, that works out better? Than just a casual place? Well, maybe I should get... Well, I don't know what to do. Alright, we need a lot of iron. I'm not sure what happened to all the iron. Something happened to it. Vince, you can't be done with your shopping already. Christmas Eve is supposed to be spent shopping all day. Oh, alright. Yeah. Yeah, alright. So I could... plant the things that I normally plant inside, I could plant them outside. That makes sense. Yeah, errands on Christmas Eve are an all-day affair. I was surprised to... Alright. We were going to hang out in the caves, but I need carbon. Hello, buddy. You're a cutie. You and your friend up here. I could have sworn they said those were easier to scan. Alright, where am I going? Ooh! I already got you. Hey, I already got you. Ah, carbon. Let's see, only the gamma root flowers. And what does gamma root make? Gamma root makes living glass? Or...
Radiation protection. Radiation protection. Stabilizing.
Alright. And gamma root used to be called that, it starts with a C. I'm starting to remember these things. Well, I'm kind of away from all of that, aren't I, though? Candesium, that's right. I'm gonna have to wait on most of that. Gotta get the base going, and then I gotta get the hazmat gloves.
Life support power low.
So somewhere I just need a base just to start getting going. ASAP. That might be an idea. Rather than searching for the perfect place. I don't know. Well, I don't know. I need to find the right place, don't I? Would it be better to be in have a base in the wrong place? Or just wait for the base in the right place? 'Cause right now we're kind of waiting for the right place. But then if I had a base, I'd be able to get that titanium. No! Pardon? Coming through.
Radiation protection falling.
The place I'd like to call home. Ah. Alright, see you, Vince. Have a good night. Have a good day. Take it easy out there today. Alright, now I know there was a question mark somewhere over here.
Radiation protection falling.
Yikes.
Radiation protection stabilizing.
Ah. We'll stay in here for a bit. Yeah, but see, how long will it be before I can farm living glass? I mean, that's going to be quite a while.
Technology recharge. Technology recharge.
And I think I'd want a system with more planets. I mean, this system doesn't really have a lot of planets. Just the 2 planets. Because if you had more planets, you'd be able to, presumably, zip around more. You wouldn't have to go so far for things you might need. Where's that thing? I wanted that. That's what I wanted. Well, somehow I still don't even have the recipe for suspension fluid.
Radiation protection. Stabilizing.
I mean, I just bought suspension fluid. So I don't know how much zipping around I can do. I mean, I would have thought suspension fluid I would have learned, like, right off the bat. But for some reason I did not. Oh, okay. Oh, probably... Alright, yeah. What? Alright. Where am I going? It looks like I'm just going out or walking around, doesn't it?
Units received.
I thought there was a thing over here, though. When we were at our ship, I know there was a question mark. Is that it? Oh. A depot.
Radiation protection.
I guess we can go raid a depot. Oh. What? Yeah, I've got antimatter. I've got antimatter. I can make antimatter. And I can make electron vapor. I just can't make the suspension fluid. It's feeling a bit weird.
Radiation protection. Falling. Radiation protection. Stabilizing.
Hello? Hello? I don't think there's anyone in this cave. Well, I'm sure it's part of the story, so. Oh. I mean, it'll come up sooner or later. Because I remember when the game first came out, apparently everyone forgot to get the forgot not to trade away their hyperdrives and traded away their hyperdrives. So they had to make sure all that stuff is in the game. So hopefully I will get it sooner. Wait, did I turn around in a circle? No.
Technology recharge.
Don't mind me, just wandering around in the cave. No idea where I'm going.
Technology recharge.
Running out of carbon.
Units received.
Going the wrong way here. Well, this planet doesn't seem too bad. I mean, if I could get a little radiation protection, it would be alright. I wouldn't have any problem if I had radiation protection. But I don't even have the Sigma level protection. I got nothing. Alright, here we are. Let's not have all this plutonium on us. Oh. Well, I like walking around a lot. And when you're walking around, I think the protection would do good. Oh, I didn't know I... Yeah, I kind of, yeah, I'm, trapped in a hole here. Ah! Well, that was not as I expected. Hello. How you doing? It was that other guy, not me. I've been here the whole time, just hanging out in the hole. How you doing? All right, just wait for me. I did not really expect that. I guess I forgot that the laser guy came out on those things. That I was just thinking I'd deal with a couple sentinels. And then... What? Why did it shoot? Alright. Oh, I'm glad I didn't shoot the thing. Yeah, I need to... I have no idea where I was. I was just like, okay, I'm running away from here. And I don't know where I'm going. Hello? How you doing? Oh, I'm a glutton for punishment here. Whoosh. Hey. Shoot me in the back. It's uncool. Alright, you know what? Armadium isn't really worth much, is it?
Units received.
I don't remember Armadium being worth very much. So I'm not sure why I'm going through all the hassle to fight for it.
Radiation
Yeah, so... Why do I keep fighting those guys? Ooh, drop pod. There you go.
life support power low. Radiation protection.
Oh, I did not...
falling.
I didn't,
Radiation protection offline. Radiation protection stabilizing.
Oh.
Technology recharge.
Wasn't paying attention there for a little bit. I said, oh, drop pod. That's not it. Must pay attention. All right, let's go. One more? One more. Yeah. I've learned the Viking word for replace. And I've lost the drop pod. That's not it. That's 2 minutes away. There was a drop pod right here. Is that it? No.
Critical damage taken.
Okay, that might not have been the smartest move. Why am I not seeing that when I'm over there?
Radiation protection falling.
Oh!
Radiation protection falling.
Run, Spear, run! Jump, Spear, jump!
Radiation
Up to 19. This seems like a lot of suits we're getting. We're getting there, sooner or later. Anything else for me? Plutonium. I got a lot of ones in there, don't I? All right, let's think here. Let's sit and have a think.
Radiation protection stabilizing.
All right. All right. Oh, miss. So I could keep walking around, hoping to find stuff. Well, walking around is how you find species. I do still need to find species. 1 hour? No. 8 minutes. Alright. Yeah, I mean, if I just go direction to direction... Ugh. You know, early game, you're still going to be... needing to look around, needing to collect things. Just random things. Although I've got a lot of plutonium. I could probably fly around if I really wanted to. Been really stocking up on the plutonium. Every chance I get.
Radiation protection falling.
As I said.
Radiation protection falling. Radiation protection stabilizing.
It's a long way out of the way just to get out of the radiation. Hey, here's a question. How do we get cargo slots? Cargo slots just come after you got 48 slots, then you get to cargo slots? Is that how that works? And what about technology slots? They've got all these different slots, but they don't really explain how you get them, or how you use them. Well, I know how to use them. They didn't really explain how to get them. Oh, alright. After you fill up the regular suit, or just at random times? Because you can get them at drop pods. So can you walk up to a drop pod and expecting a regular one? All right. So you get a choice? I didn't know you got a choice. Maybe I'll have to look more closely. Ow! Alright, we'll have to look at that. Ah, the tribute to Vixuxcusqui. The noble travelers will be spared. Ah. The will of Herc commands it. Oh, thank you, noble Viking. That's very polite of you. But I didn't want to walk all the way over here just for a word.
Radiation protection falling. Radiation protection stabilizing.
Alright, we've got to get a plan here. Hey, hero, how you doing? We're playing No Man's Sky this morning. Uh-oh. Actually, we've got about another... We've got another 30 minutes of No Man's Sky. Then I've got to get some lunch. And we're going to have iRacing after that. There you go. As long as you got a plan, that's what matters. A plan for something. I need a plan on what to do on this planet. So Captain. I like it. Captain. Is this somewhere I should think about settling down? There's always more cows. I don't know about this planet. So this planet would help me grow living glass, but... I don't know. Is it something I'd want as a home? There's no cactus. Or cactus flesh. Uh-oh, figures. Is this higher math? Math is hard. I'm still trying to figure out how to do pit stops. Counting all those gallons and liters. Lots of juice. I don't want to go there. All right, we're 5 minutes away from that shelter. Yikes. Ah! Why did it just... What hit me back there? Okay, so if I stay here, and if I build a base here, I'll make more money than I would on other planets. That's something to think about. Because I do need money. You know what's not on this planet is thamium. Haven't seen any thamium. I already got you. We're gonna need some thamium sooner or later. Probably sooner. Plenty of plutonium, which I really hope I did scan before. Didn't I? Yeah. Ah. Oh, there's another monument thing over here. Uh-oh. I'm trapped. Hey, why buy it when you can get it for free, you know? It's like having your own cow and then going out and buying milk. I have no idea where I'm going.
Radiation protection.
I just walked up the hill, I walked down. Okay, all I wanted to do was cross. Ugh. Okay, so that's not going to happen, is it? I want to go up there. Over there, I think.
Radiation protection. Falling.
Whew. These canyons are just turning me around every time I can never find my way out. I need to stop getting carbon. Hero, what are you doing for Christmas? You said you're going to be home after Christmas? It's a long time. Well, I guess not. It's just a couple days. I can't believe Christmas is here already. Oh! There it is. I'm racing at Michigan in about an hour. Come on by. Oh, I don't want carbon anymore, do I?
Radiation protection.
Oh. I'll bring the cow juice.
Technology recharge.
All right, we gotta get yikes. Well, how did I get here? Am I just going around in a giant circle? It feels like I'm just walking around in a circle. I can't get any of this.
Units received.
Hey, it does a body good. Here we are at the Loposec landmark. The Viking warriors. Ooh. The traveler shall ascend into the boundless void. I'm trying to find a home. See, this is the problem. I don't have a plan. Ooh. You gotta have a plan on where to go and what to do. And as you can see, I am just walking around. Oh, that was a terrible jump. Yeah, we're pretty early. No base. Nothing like that. Not much tech. Nothing to protect me here in this environment. So I'm pretty much living in caves. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to get to this shelter, whatever it is, and probably have to call it there for now. There's not going to be any cave up here. Ooh, there's another cave. Oh!
Radiation protection falling.
Oh! Oh! Well, that was a heck of a cave. Where is my ship? Yeah, we passed that point a long time ago. It's somewhere around here. Well, not really around here, but it is on this planet. We've kind of been walking for a good bit. We're taking a walk here. We're enjoying the dolphin statues. We kind of left the ship behind, though.
Radiation protection.
Just getting the lay of the land.
Radiation protection stabilizing.
Because rather than hanging out in a ship, you know, all cool and dry and comfortable, we're hanging out in caves. Picking up iron. Whew. Alright. How do I get out of here? Oh, I've done it again, haven't I? It was right down here, wasn't it? There it is. What's that? I don't know what that is. Oop. Can't believe I never scanned those things. And here it is, what we've been going after this whole time. Yeah, I haven't gotten an Atlas pass key either. Apparently, well... We're against learning at this point. We're at the stage where I just want to get home. Get to a building. Hello, Lamont. Dude. Get to a building where I can relax. And take it easy. We could use a base. This could very... I don't know. I mean, I guess the sooner I build a base, the better.
Radiation protection stabilizing.
Co-conspirator. Guess that's good. So I do need a base, but I'm just not sure if this is the right place for it or not. It probably would be a good place for it. Come on, Mama. Go, 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 go. Thank you. Ow. Yikes. Ah. All right, yeah. So, never did get the iridium for that. I was hoping to find some place to sell these things, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. So I think this will be it. I think what we'll do is we'll just call it a day here. This is a good place to stop, because I've been going already 5 hours this morning. What we'll do is we will stop here. I'll get some lunch. And then we'll do some iRacing after that. Oh, this is a perfect spot, because I'm going to call my ship. Well, I can't even make... Oh, I don't have plutonium. Ah! I'm going to call the ship to us. Work out how we're going to get our life support going on, because we are really losing out on life support here. Here's the Bosolnik. Oh boy. Let's upload what we got. We've got 3 out of 5 species. We only need 2 more species. We've only actually hit 2 waypoints. We've got 1 other planet and 2 moons in this system. Ooh, conflict level at war. Okay, I'm not sure I want to have a home in a system that's at war. I did not see that before. Look at that conflict level there, at war. Under all that other stuff. So, and it's an unpromising economy. So this system is interesting, but not that interesting. Okay, yeah. So we're going to call it off here. Thanks everybody for watching No Man's Sky with me today. We got a good exploration. Found this ship, the Bolsanik. Oh my goodness.